I just happened to be watching Dennis Quaid on Tucker Carlson talking about EMPs and the sun flares and how it could take out our whole grid. And because all our power plants, all those substations with an extra strong EMP hit, a super EMP, would go down. And you can't just replace them. There aren't parts in the background just to replace them all. So if the whole grid goes down, then our refrigerators go down, the banks go down, the gas stations go down, our phones go down. And so what do you think people are going to do? People are going to raid people's houses for food and water. They're going to steal other people's cars to get just as far as they can get. And there's going to be total chaos. But now something else just intuitively popped in my brain here. The military-industrial complex doesn't care about our electric grid because they have the Tesla technology that they're hiding from us. And that's why they don't want full disclosure, because if they create a massive EMP pulse that takes down the grid around the world, they're going to have the UAPs, that electromagnetic zero gravity, and can dash around on endless supply of Tesla energy. They don't care about our grid. And then you have the Navy ships, they're out in the ocean, and they know how to take water and turn it into hydrogen fuel. So they don't have to come back and refuel. So they'll be out there working. You have all the military-industrial complex with all their UAPs like Raytheon, Lockheed, Skunk Works going around. There'll be total chaos here. What do you think's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? The one world order. Because our military depends heavily on our infrastructure and our electric grid. Our good military depends on how our system is set up. So if it's taken down, eventually what's the military going to work on? The deep state has its springs under the ground. They have those endless tunnels connecting one city and town to another. And they have the Tesla energy and the reverse engineered. So we're all at a tremendous disadvantage in this country, while the military-industrial complex is sitting pretty. That's the point where they can say, hey, we're going to take over this planet. You have Raytheon at the South Pole with the largest extra low-frequency wave in the world, ELF wave, and they can create massive earthquakes all over the world with that. They have scalar technology that they could knock down aircraft and UFOs and UAPs and all the other stuff up there. And our government is cowardly sitting by, the majority of them, and doing nothing. They have an idea this could be going on, but they're not doing anything. You know the CIA knows about it. There's one CIA agent that goes on YouTube and talks about the dangers of EMP pulses. So here we all are. What are you going to do against 100 teenagers who are hungry? And they're already rampaging in stores, and stores are closing down. What do you think they're going to do when the refrigerator turns off, the heat turns off, and the stores run out of food? What do you think all these people are going to do? They're going to look after their families and fuck everybody else. So they're going to start getting together in groups and tribes, and they're going to, invade people's houses and steal what they have. Because in our society today, people just don't care about other people. It's weird, because when I was little, the neighbors really cared about each other, looked after each other. They were close. The mothers always talked to each other. People ate at each other's houses. They looked after each other's children. The neighborhood got together with the birthday parties. And now you don't even know your neighbors hardly. I mean, something's affected people's brains. The new generation, where our heads are at, have changed so dramatically from when I grew up. It was so beautiful and so much more balanced, with the beautiful green trees and all the wildlife, and people didn't live on top of each other as much. There's a lot more open space. So now our next big thing is this gigantic super EMP pulse. Is it going to happen from the sun taking down our grid, or is it going to be one of our enemies like China or Iran or one of the extremist terrorist organizations? Are they going to send it out and let it explode in space so that it takes down our grid with the EMP pulse? What do you think is going to happen in our future?